Welcome to the NX layout. Starting NX12, layout has its own individual tab. So when users select layout, they have two options to be able to select either with a layout when it's in the metric unit or it's in the standard unit, or select a blank. So this is a new available in NX12. So let's take a look at the next release where we have associative assembly. So in this case, in the layout, we have a particular layout that we have created. We have different options, display color or display in monochrome. And then we can also select a edit setting by grabbing onto this. We can turn on dimensions, reference, geometry, and any kind of annotations. So we can have that. Let's undo that one. Let's go back to what we had before. So now what we have is if we see that on the left hand side, we have in this particular sketch all this particular group we started with. Then we create that as a individual part of the component of the layout. Then we select associative assembly. We see all of that and what is going to be in the assembly navigator. Once we select, NX will automatically populate this into a side-by-side view. Let's activate the sketch. We see that now it's in 2D sketch. And then if we go to assembly navigation, we see all the name of those components that we saw earlier. Now they are part of this particular assembly. Now to make that associative work, so the first thing what we want to do is let's go back and let's go from sketch or from layout to the sketch. So we want to activate this particular part. And then what we want to do is we want to activate this particular component within the sketch. And then we want to change that diameter from 17 down to 15. So a little bit notice that, the changes or the edit is taking place. But however, it's not reflected on the 3D level yet. So easily we can do that. So when it's done, we finish the 2D component. Dismiss that. We can turn off some of those to increase the efficiency of the sketch. So we'll go ahead and select yes. And then we turn on the associative assembly. Once we activate that, there is on the left, on the top says layout to 3D. Since we make that change at the layout, so we want to go ahead, push it from layout to 3D. We'll select apply. And then once that is done, you see that diameter change at the piston is updated. Let's likewise do something change at the 3D environment. So let's activate that particular part. And then once that is done, and then let's go ahead and activate. We'll drill down to a crankshaft. Let's edit a particular dimension, in this case, the inner diameter. Let's change that from 80 down something small, maybe down to a 40. Then once we edit that value, and all right, we take it up to 60 instead of 40. So once that is done, we see that that is updated. Now, how do we get that to same thing? The first thing we have to do is we have to be in the layout file first to get the menu that we're after. So in this case, let's go ahead and go into that particular layout file. Then once again, activate the associative assembly. But in this case, we want to push it from 3D to layout. Then once that is done, and then we select apply or OK, and then you can see that the crankshaft diameter has been updated. This concludes our demonstration. Thank you.